Hey everyone! In today's video, we're going to be talking about preventive tips to lower the risk of cervical cancer. Cervical cancer is one of the most common types of cancer affecting women, with over 500,000 new cases diagnosed every year worldwide. However, there are things you can do to help lower your risk. So, let's dive in. Tip number 1. Get vaccinated against HPV. The human papillomavirus, HPV, is a common sexually transmitted infection that can cause cervical cancer. Fortunately, there is a vaccine available that can help protect against the most common types of HPV. The vaccine is recommended for both males and females, ideally before they become sexually active. So, if you haven't been vaccinated yet, talk to your healthcare provider about getting the HPV vaccine. Tip number 2. Practice safe sex. Practicing safe sex is important for preventing the transmission of HPV and other sexually transmitted infections. Using condoms during sex can help reduce the risk of HPV and other infections. It's also important to limit the number of sexual partners you have, as having multiple partners can increase your risk of developing cervical cancer. Tip number 3. Get regular Pap tests. Pap tests are a screening test used to detect abnormal cells on the cervix that can potentially develop into cancer. It's recommended that women between the ages of 21 and 65 get a Pap test every 3 years. If you're over 30, you may also consider getting an HPV test along with your Pap test. This test can detect the presence of HPV, even if there are no visible signs of abnormal cells. Tip number 4. Quit smoking. Smoking is a known risk factor for cervical cancer. It's thought that smoking can damage the DNA of cervical cells, making them more susceptible to becoming cancerous. So, if you're a smoker, quitting is one of the best things you can do for your health. Tip number 5. Maintain a healthy diet. Eating a healthy diet that's rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can help reduce your risk of developing cervical cancer. These foods contain antioxidants and other nutrients that can help protect against cancer. On the other hand, a diet that's high in processed foods and saturated fats may increase your risk of developing cancer. Tip number 6. Exercise regularly. Regular exercise has been shown to help reduce the risk of many types of cancer, including cervical cancer. Exercise can help boost your immune system, which can help protect against cancer. It can also help regulate hormones, which can also play a role in cancer development. Tip number 7. Manage stress. Chronic stress can have a negative impact on your health, including increasing your risk of cancer. Finding ways to manage stress, such as through meditation, yoga, or other relaxation techniques, can help reduce your risk of developing cervical cancer. Tip number 8. Follow up with abnormal Pap tests. If your Pap test comes back abnormal, it's important to follow up with your healthcare provider to determine the cause. In some cases, abnormal cells may be caused by an infection or other non-cancerous condition. However, in some cases, abnormal cells can be a sign of early-stage cancer. So, it's important to follow up with your healthcare provider and get any necessary follow-up tests or treatments. And that's it for our preventive tips to lower the risk of cervical cancer. Remember, taking care of your health is important, and there are things you can do to help protect yourself against cancer. So, make sure to get vaccinated, practice safe sex, get regular Pap tests, quit smoking, maintain a healthy diet, exercise regularly, manage stress, and follow up with any abnormal Pap tests. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.